Welcome back to Vegan Sing. It's been a while. How are you doing today? Today we're going to be talking about carbs and a lot of carbs. You know what I'm talking about. If you're from any Indian household or Pakistani household, you know what I'm talking about. We're talking about paronte, but not just any paronte. We're talking about aloo de paronte. What's aloo? Aloo is potatoes. Paronta is like this stuffed potato pancake, but it's so much better and it's so rich and flavorful. Come on, aajo chaliye, let's go make some aloo de paronte. So, what's the ingredient profile of aloo de paronte? So, we talked a little bit about it's a lot of carbs, right? It's a lot of flour, it's a lot of potatoes, but it still can be really healthy. And today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you a shortcut. Usually, when you make aloo de paronte, you put onions, you put cilantro, and there's a lot of cutting. You put jalapenos or other types of peppers, but it ends up being a lot of work. So I wanted to teach you guys a little hack on how to make quick aloo de paronte. And here, all we're gonna do is no cutting at all. We're just gonna be doing mixing, some boiling, and a lot of seasoning. And then some rolling. It's easy. We're gonna try it out together. So the first step in making your perfect, flaky, delectable aloo de paronte is starting with the flour and making your amazing dough. So what you're going to start with is 2 cups of atta, which is the flour that you're going to be using. And then you're going to season it with some salt, usually about a tablespoon. And then you want to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then what I like to do is from a hydration standpoint, usually I do 50% hydration. So if I'm doing 2 cups of flour, I do 1 cup of water. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna use arms to make this happen. If you have some machinery, you can utilize that instead. But I usually like to work with my hands and use my muscles. While you're working your dough, you should be boiling your potatoes. I usually like to boil 4 potatoes. It takes about 20 minutes. Once your potatoes are peeled and ready, now it comes to the seasonings. Now, what's really cool about Indian spices is that they're super good for your health, especially your gut health. So what we're gonna do is use coriander powder, we're gonna use cumin powder, and then we're gonna use Kashmiri lal mirch. All of these have great digestive properties, and they all have great anti-inflammatory properties. So generally, these are really good for your health. And then we're also gonna season with some salt, and we're also gonna add kasuri methi, which is fenugreek leaves that are dried, which give a great taste. They're a great taste enhancer, and all of this allows us to make these aloo de paronte without having to add onions, jalapenos, or cilantro, because we already have a great flavor profile. Now it's time to bring everything together. We're gonna start with the dough. So what you're gonna do is from the dough, you're gonna pull out a dough ball. So you're gonna rip out a dough ball, and then you're gonna start to move it together. You're gonna roll it. You're gonna roll your dough ball, and then after you roll it into a ball, you're gonna put it on a surface with some more flour to give it some friction, to remove some friction, and then you'll be able to press the dough. So you're gonna keep pressing the dough until it becomes more circular, and then you can start rolling it out. And then once you roll it out into a circular flatbread, what you're gonna end up doing is then you're gonna roll out your potatoes that we made. So that potato mixture with all the great, amazing seasonings that are really good for your health, you're gonna start rolling those out, and then you're gonna go ahead and put it on top of your flatbread, pull in the edges of your flatbread, and then pinch it to essentially encompass the potato into your dough. And now what you can do is just roll it out, and you're good. You're gonna keep rolling it out. Make sure you do it very lightly and gently so your potato doesn't squeeze out of the flatbread. But that's why you wanna make sure you pinch it and secure the potato in the flatbread. But then you're just gonna roll it out, easy peasy, and then go ahead and throw it on your pan. I'm using a tawa here, and then you're gonna put some oil, and then you're gonna cook it, and then that's pretty much it. Then you're done. So now it's time to try the aloo paratha. Wow, this looks great. You see all that heat, the steam coming out of it? Let's take a bite. Wow, this is really good. The flavors are all coming together. You gotta try this. Well, I appreciate you tuning back into Vegan Sig. We'll talk very soon. Have a great day.